Hello and welcome to the Grounded Green podcast, episode 1.
Yeah,
episode 1.
Kind
of crazy. So, I am Sam, obviously the host. It's my co-host,
Jack.
Yeah. We're going to be talking about random stupid shit all the time, but obviously with a twist.
We're gonna be baked as fuck.
We're going to be baked as fuck.
Absolutely extremely fucking high.
Hell yeah. I feel like every 20 to 30 minutes we're going to have a cone, or 2 cones, or 3 cones, depending on how fucking fucked we want to get. And yeah, we'll come back. Obviously, I'm going to do a big little clap in between to try and transition us from outside smoking a cone to back in here. So yeah, it depends on what you want to get done. So, you want to start it up?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright. I was going to say, because we just had to smoke, obviously.
Fuck.
The strain that... Okay, I won't even say the strain.
The
The
flavour.
flavour...
This is basically the strain.
Yeah, but YouTube's gay. And it will be like, nah, you're talking about weed, not allowed.
No, you can list strains on YouTube.
Can you?
Yeah, I watch people that list strains.
Yeah, but do you think they get as do you think that's because they're in America or in countries where that's allowed? Because obviously
I wouldn't see why they wouldn't be able to list a strain. I feel like if you're encouraging people to do it, I feel like that's a problem. Like if you're just doing it this is what we're smoking today.
Yeah.
And what we were doing, sourdough?
Sourdough? I don't know.
Good.
It was pretty fucking good. It tastes pretty good. Pretty floral, nice flavor, but I'm not gonna lie, it tastes pretty dirty. Because there's other ones that I've had purple candy and what else was there? There was Moby Dick. Moby Dick was pretty good. Weird name, but it was pretty good. Yeah, some weird ass names.
What we had recently?
Permanent marker.
Permanent marker. Super Booth.
Super Booth.
Really
Super Booth goes hard. I love
what
Super
else?
Booth.
Runs.
Runs, right? I feel like this is the thing. Like with those sort of things, they all have different flavor. They all have sort of different floral flavors, dirty flavors, all these different ones.
But you also always get a different tinge from different ones. You always know it's weed, but the taste of it is always distinguishable through different things. If I'm smoking on the same pack for a week and then get a new pack and I smoke that pack, you can instantly tell the difference in the taste. You can instantly tell.
Yeah.
And I feel if you don't smoke as much, that's instantly a thing that you can kind of recognize as well. It's you just instantly can tell, oh yeah, this tastes certain things. You can pinpoint this time it tastes like how this would smell. Essentially.
I feel the different strains are kind of crazy as well, because the second you hit a different strain, the effects are completely different. With this one, I would say I have dry mouth right now, I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is already getting a bit more dry than usual, which sucks for a podcast. But I feel the one before, as soon as I smoked it, I sort of had that euphoric high. You know, that high where you're sort of just that's the best type of high. I can't lie.
You just mellowed out and just chill. When you're geeking out, I feel there's very specific scenarios when you want to geek out. I feel just coming home, chilling, having a cone after work or something, or just having a long day and coming home. I feel why would you want to geek out?
Oh God. But the thing is because I do a lot of heavy lifting in my work, and then after work, as soon as I'm done, I go to the gym.
Yeah.
And so after that, I'm exhausted. But the thing about being exhausted with because here's the thing about weed, right? Because apparently it the THC is stored in your fat cells. So apparently the larger you are, the less high you get. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Because that's why it's the same thing I think with alcohol too. I don't know, obviously it's not THC.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
but I think it's
the more
the fat cells hold on to things easy and your tolerance stays stronger for longer.
Yeah, because I know that with alcohol especially, if you don't drink a lot, and you go and drink maybe once every couple occasions, if you're bigger, it does take you longer to get drunk.
See, I don't drink alcohol. This is the thing, right? Even the beers that I have in my fridge right now, that my father-in-law left over, I have 2 of them, and I'm yeah, I feel a bit whatever. I don't even know. It says 3.5 standard drinks. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know what anything means. I'm not an alcoholic.
I go for the at least if you're drinking alcohol, I feel you're gonna be putting in the money for it, and especially in Australia, given the fact that this shit's taxed to the fucking core, I feel you just need to go to the store and get the biggest bang for your buck, right? And I feel that is the highest percentage for the cheapest price. And those are usually you're going to buy a bottle of alcohol, or you're going to buy a 10-pack of cans.
What about goon bag? Because I see white mums buying all the goon bags.
Goon bags are, the poverty
Poverty.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's homeless.
That's like that. That's legit. Like you're almost on the street. Like I'm being dead set. But like green bags, they're a staple of Australian culture. But I'm gonna be real with you. The only people that are drinking green bags are teenagers and poor parents.
Parents are teenagers. But why? I thought you said like you want to get bang for your buck. So like, what? Do they get you drunk more? Or why are they so cheap?
Green bags are like the most like cheap alcoholic beverage you could ever get in Australia.
Really?
To get you fucked up.
Because like I'm not gonna lie, every single, you know how like when you're going in like the checkout of Aldi's or like Coles, there's like a kind of like an alcohol section on the side. I sort of like iron out.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I'll be looking at the price and be like, fuck, that's cheap as shit.
Yeah, but I'm the sort of person where I look at it and I'm like, oh look, the wine's like that much. The wine's that expensive. But other people like stare at it. Yeah. Like there'll be a guy like unloading while staring at it, scratching his arm, scratching his neck a little bit.
If you buy like say good quality cask wine, that's usually like probably like $15 to $20. But if you're gonna buy very cheap, the cheapest you'll probably be able to buy, and I know from Aldi you can get it from like less than $10.
See, this is the thing. Like, I know
nothing. 4 liters.
I know nothing at all about like alcohol. As in terms of like, when I think of like using money on a substance that makes me feel different, obviously, like $20 of weed compared to $20 of like alcohol is night and day. $180 will probably get me through like a week and a bit. And I would probably have like a few cones a day.
Every day, yeah.
Almost every day, 2 or 3 cones. But like after work, having a nice whole cone, you know, just
bro.
hitting one of those shits. And I eat my Japanese
some games, you know.
But like, what is your favorite vape? Like, what is your favorite vape flavor?
So, vape flavors are very like. It depends, because vapes are very like they're shit. I'm not gonna lie, vapes are shit.
Okay.
Vapes are fucking shit.
Then why do I see you vaping all the time?
I stopped vaping recently. Actually, I did.
How come?
Because I couldn't go get the vapes. But that, and also because $45 every like 2 weeks on a vape, bro. Like, I got to the point where I bought my first vape, right? And I was like in line with my pay, right? And this is how it gets you. Because you think that you'll have the vape for 2 weeks till your next pay. And the first time I did it, I was like, all right, sweet, I can get until I get paid again. So I was like, chilling. Dies 2 days before I get paid. So I'm like, fuck. So I messaged my mom. I'm like, yo, like, surely I can use your card. I'll pay you back tomorrow I get paid. She's like, yeah, sure. So I get the vape because I'm a fucking fan, obviously.
Yeah,
can't wait a fucking day.
Yeah.
But I do that, get the vape, and then it dies 3 days before I get paid the next time, right?
Yeah.
So every time I get the vape, the days keep getting longer. Like the time in between I get paid gets longer.
It's fucked.
So by the time I got the last vape, it was literally a week between the pay. So I was just like,
how much were you smoking that thing?
Well, because I think it lines up with the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But because I scooted up, and because I would buy a vape right after the one died, it would basically like the week would start as soon as I got the vape.
Have you tried
which is fucking crazy.
Smoking less? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know why I think I started doing it because my brother and his friend, they started bringing a bunch of vapes over to the house.
And he was like, give me a fucking hit.
Yeah, I'd have a cone and I'd be like, fuck man, let me have a hit. And then 1 hit turns into 2. And then 2 hits turns into 3, and then I'm getting called a fucking fiend. And so then I bought my own. Because I'm like, I don't want to be called a fucking fiend, I'll just buy my own. Like,
so bad, bro.
Right, so I decided to do that, and then, yeah. Then my vapes start getting fiended on.
We all have our own fiend moments. There's sometimes where there's people out there that like go and look around the carpet and pick up little fucking parts of like the weed and then try and find have like a little tiny bit and put it in and then smoke it and then hit that shit and they're like, oh, well, I got a little bit of a high.
Oh, right, you don't understand. I know some stories about like next level fiend gameplay.
Bro, the most fiend, bro, I don't even think the most fiend I've ever did was walk like, I think I walked 12 kilometers to go pick up weed and 12 kilometers back. So it was like a 3 hour walk. It was like a 20-minute
I think
walk.
the most fiend I've
That was
been.
like probably the most fiend. That's not even that bad. Not gonna lie.
I
Now
drove
thinking about
to
it.
I drove to Footscray this one time for bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy,
Cause
it's great. The
yeah.
fucking crackhead.
well,
Den.
okay. This motherfucker he used to do drops, right? So you would hit him up and he would be like, I'll come to your place whenever I'm going around the joint. Because you would do a bunch of places in one, right? So I'll be like, alright, sweet. I'll come get your, like, whenever. Message this guy this one day and he's like, oh, I can't do it today. Can you come get off me?
Oh.
And I'm like, I sit there, I'm thinking, I'm like, fuck.
Just to let the people who don't know what Footscray is a suburb in Melbourne. Around Melbourne.
It's such
And
a pain in the
it
ass to get to.
fucking sucks.
It's
It is
such
a
a shit
crack
place.
den. And everyone in there is a fucking crackhead. The only good thing about that entire fucking place is the thrift shop.
Yeah, and
The salvos.
It's
Which goes
just
hard.
it's like Footscray. Look, no hate for people who live in Footscray, but
Bit of hate. A little bit.
it's super fucking shit. The infrastructure there, the whole road system to get into Footscray, everything is just fucking horrible.
Look,
I don't know who makes the roads, but they're like we need to get them in a room and fucking throw a grenade into it. They're fucking retarded.
it's
Anyway.
bad.
These guys don't know how to make roads, and because of that, I was so fucking worried going down there because first time I drove to Footscray as well, by the way, was to get the fucking bud.
First
So
time Footscray.
I didn't know what was going down. I
frightening.
didn't know how to get through anything. Like I was a bit
Frightening.
geeked, right? Because I was like fucking, and I only got my license I think like a couple months before, so I was like fucking geeked. But we went. Oh, it was me and my brother. We went, and yeah, it was like I seriously had to wait like 2 hours.
How old were you and your brother at the time? How old are you and your brother at the time?
Probably would have been like 18, and my brother would have been like 16.
Yikes! Probably took him into the den. Nah, but to be fair, it's great. But that would have been so fun.
It was fun.
I would have loved to have been there. I would have been like,
it was
my
dodgy.
older brother was like, hey,
It was so dodgy, but it was so fun. But and then that was that's the most fiend I guess I should say, like to get him from getting bud, dropping bud on the floor though.
Yeah, no, I've done some crazy shit when I've dropped bud on the
Oh.
floor. Floor bud is like, bro, when you
It's so
when you
unfortunate.
buy $180 of something, of anything, okay, like, you know,
Say you have $100 of alcohol. and that
$100
shit
of
spills.
alcohol. You have a lot of alcohol, and let's say
Alcohol you can't get back off the floor.
let's say that you. How do I explain this in alcohol? You know, fuck it. If I dropped $180 worth of weed.
No, it's like you have a shot of like weed.
Yeah.
No,
What?
no, a shot.
was I like, yeah, why did I agree?
a shot of like vodka or something, and you accidentally drop it.
And I accidentally dropped a whole shot of vodka. How much is a shot of vodka? See, I don't know shit about alcohol.
See, I've heard a shot of vodka is probably not that much either. Like
How much is a shot of vodka?
A shot of vodka, if you go, okay, this is fucking insane. But a shot of vodka, if you go to any like IRL like place, is $10 It could be up to $10.
A shot of vodka can be $10.
A shot.
Is that Australian? Or is
Yeah,
that...
10 AUD.
Wow.
A single shot, which is basically like what normally is like the normal standard like measurement of how much alcohol is usually in a drink, is by how many shots are in it, especially if you're doing like hard liquor. So if you put like, say like, if you have a shot, like I remember when I went on a cruise, they were doing this one drink that had 5 shots in it, and that's how you would measure how alcoholic a drink was, by how much shots were in a drink. So that's kind of how they do it like that. So it's like, say if you had like a 5 alcohol drink, 5 shots, and you drop it on the floor, that's just a waste of fucking. That's like
Yeah,
probably
it'd be
$30
like,
waste,
it'd be
waste of alcohol.
we wasted a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, and you can't even get the alcohol back, by the way. Like, keep in mind, like you drop the alcohol on the floor,
Well, it depends.
it's liquid.
It depends. Because sometimes there's been, well, I've been a fucking fiend before, bro.
I was like-
Sometimes I've dropped shit on the floor.
Slap it
and
off
I
the
need
floor.
to pick that shit up. You know, sometimes, bro, okay. One time I dropped, and I haven't even told my girlfriend this, but one time I dropped up like, I want to say like at least a full queue. So about a $90 worth of weed on the floor. And it was all over, and it was all grinded up, like. Really well.
That's fucked.
So it was all over the floor, and it was in like really deep carpet, to where like the carpet, like it went under the carpet. It was bad. It was really bad. So I literally put on like a movie, and I spent like an hour and a half picking
picking
each
through it?
one through. Yeah, because it was in this room that we're in right now.
Damn.
Yeah, because I was like grinding it while I was playing a game, and I was like, and then I dropped.
Fuck!
I literally freaked out. Because she was like, this is the issue, right? when I'm home before my girlfriend, I cook. When she's home before me, she cooks.
Yeah.
Totally fair,
Yeah.
right? So I was playing the game after I got home, and I was like, I can't be fucked cooking.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'll cook something really easy, right? That'll take me like 30 minutes. So I'm like, okay, it's time to do the 30 minutes. Like I need to get up and cook. So that's when I stand up. I forget that all the grinder is on my leg. So I stand up and it's all over the floor. And I was like, ooh.
Oh.
What do I do? Do I let, like, what do I do?
That's horrible.
So I had to, what I did was I closed this door and then and I turned on the aircon and I was like, I'm trying to just keep the aircon in like my main room, like in the main like kitchen room. So then she was like, oh, okay, I'll go into your room.
This guy was trying so hard to get her to like come in.
But I literally like, she was like, oh, I'm just gonna go and watch I'm just gonna watch TikToks. I was like, bet.
Yes!
I was like, 1, 2,
She would come in here and
3.
message me first.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. That's probably the most fiendish. But there's been like times where I've seen like my girlfriend had another friend at the time, and my girlfriend brought over a bunch of bud, and this friend, at the time, friend by the way, hit her bud off of her leg, and it dropped in the grass in the backyard, all over the floor. So like all was gone. But it was like $50, right?
Yeah, that's fucked.
And my partner was like, you just made me drop $90 worth of weed, man.
Double the money.
Yeah, bro.
Double the
Shit, walking out like a Jewish person, bro.
Oh,
It was
God,
so good,
like,
made money
rubbing
and
their
shit.
hands, right?
Oh,
Oh,
so
God.
good.
No, that's kind of goated though.
But I feel like buying bud and losing bud and having all these sort of experiences
I feel
is
like
really good.
losing bud is the worst experience though.
No, bro. Like in comparison, like, alright, what is worse, right?
Like in the terms of like smoking, like losing bud's the worst. Actually,
like what, the nug or like just all grinded?
yeah, okay. The reason why I say this is because I smoke in my car, right?
For a hot box.
I
all the
hotbox
time.
that bitch all the time, which is kind of fucked,
Bad.
but at the same time, it's kind of goated. But this one time, it was fucking horrible. It was a 2 in a row. 2 in a row. It happened. So I grounded up some bud, chopped it up in the ground. I was like, yeah, sweet. Gonna have a fucking sesh. Right? I go to put it in my mix bowl, and, you know, I have it in my mix bowl and I'm chilling. It's on my lap, on my knee, right? And I drop the mix bowl, and it like kind of like, at first it drops on my seat.
Yeah.
Right, so
You're
like
like,
I was like, okay, I can pick it through the seat. So I
So
started
good.
picking out the seat, and
Yeah.
obviously like the way the car is, it's kind of like a hexagon shape, so it falls in between the hexagon. So I'm like trying to fucking like grab it out.
Yeah, I get that.
And then by the time that happened, I'm like, fuck, that's so annoying. I was so pissed by it when that happened, right? I put the bud on my lap again after I packed the cone. Then I accidentally moved my leg out the way. Like I accidentally pushed the weight off of like the mixed bowl off of my leg. It drops. First of all, it drops into the cup holder, like a little bit into the cup holder, and then it drops on the floor, face down. By the way, face down, like all the weeds on the fucking floor.
How much was it?
I just bought, so it was probably like $180. I probably not in that one thing though. Probably like I probably think maybe like maybe $30 worth of weed.
The anger with these bro.
$30?
You must have been furious, cunt.
And I was like, okay, how can I manage to save this? So I got on my hands and knees, started trying to like grab it out off the floor. My fucking car's floor is disgustingly dirty. Not just with like fucking bottles and shit, because obviously I'm a fucking gross cunt, but like everything else. Like there's fucking literal scraps of fucking hair on the floor, fucking little buds of food that I've had. Brother, holy fucking shit, this weed was not salvageable. I was picking through, and I picked up a whole clump, and it was just hair. And I just looked at it, and I was like, yeah, there's no saving. So now there's now I go in my car, I genuinely have to fucking like vac my car. It's getting bad.
You know what's really funny? The amount of bottles in your car, if you took all the bottles out and you sold each one for 10 cents, you'd make at least $1.50.
Oh yeah. Oh,
You have
probably more. I'll probably make $5. I think I have a lot of fucking.
You have a lot of fucking bottles in this car, bro. It's not Asmund Gold level disgusting, but it's pretty crazy.
Fucked because like, look. I mean, look. Every time I go in the car, I'll either bring a water bottle with me, or there'll be a water bottle in there.
Yeah. everyone needs their water when they have a cone. Remember, he goes into the car to have a cone.
Right.
So it's like the bottles are like a tally count of his cones.
Exactly. And the reason why I do that, right? This is like the specific reason why I smoke the car. Is because I don't live in a place where I can smoke in the house, right? Or like smoke like pretty freely. Or go to the garage and smoke. So I have to smoke in my car. But I feel like that is the ultimate spot, like the smoke. You can hotbox it, you get way higher, and it's kind of a shit. The only downside is to it is that when you drive it, it stinks like weed. But
yeah, because you know what's really funny?
It's
like a really good example of that sort of thing, where it's like me, you, my partner, and one of our friends getting into the car to go to Coles because they came from like east side of Melbourne. We are on west side.
Oh, yeah.
Southwest. Yeah, we're on west side. Fuck. How did you like never eat soggy weed?
Just have it up on
the school shit.
There's no HUD in real life. I can't see that.
Yeah, I know. Ask ChatGPT. But fucking, I was gonna say we were gonna go to Coles and she just came from east side and she doesn't smoke as much. Obviously, it's not harder to get weed side, but like over there they don't really have a lot of like plugs that are like as openly like, do you want some weed? Like as West Side does. Kind of like in the crackhead area of fucking Melbourne, aren't we? God, it sucks.
We're like in the middle, like it's like in between. Like, honestly, like I feel like Melbourne Central, the entirety of just Melbourne, is just crackheadville. The entirety of just the city, and then the outskirts, the east outskirts and the west outskirts are probably like
chillish.
They're chill, but they still got the crackhead tendencies of the people in the middle.
And then the north has got like meth heads. They got like crocodile users.
Those are the people that are giving you the weed.
Yeah, those
are the people growing the weed up in the north.
Yeah. It's always gonna get busted, isn't it?
Yeah, New South Wales a lot of the time, but there's like states in like I think New South Wales that they generally like states in New South Wales. Or like places in New South Wales, like you know what I mean, like
suburbs type of thing.
Yeah, suburbs. That's what I was gonna say. They have places that genuinely have weed culture there. So like a lot of the people there have like festivals. There is a place, I can't remember the name of it exactly, but there is a place down in that area around like along that, I don't know where it is exactly, that's why I'm saying it, but there's a place that basically every year is just basically like a weed festival. A bunch of people come down. Everyone tries out each other's. Yeah, everyone tries out each other's weed because they grow weed down there. So they'll go and they'll take their own weed with them and be like, "This is what I have."
Is it legal to grow, or there's just sort of like?
I think it's legal for them. I know South Australia, I think, is legalized.
Yeah.
I think most of South Australia is legalized. Victoria, unfortunately, the state that we're living in, is horrible.
Shit, it sucks.
Because with drug laws, like, in particular, we are not very progressive in that type of mindset, but we're very progressive in other ways, which I feel like if we're trying to do it one way, leaning one way, without doing the other way, it's kind of stupid, because I feel like in our modern society, especially with our cohort of our generation, like Generation Z, I feel like a lot of us are, instead of drinking and going out more, it's more just like smoking with the homies and chilling out.
Because I feel like there's a difference, because like millennials and those sort of like generations above us have that sort of like party culture. But we still have the party culture in our generation, but it's more like everyone's more likely to just have a relaxing time and chill. Because again, our generation is very stressful online, and so I feel like a lot of people just want to chill. And also on top of that, like I'm pretty sure in 2021 there were more people in our generation smoking than drinking. So it's kind of crazy. It's really insane.
Like I feel like us as like I guess a generation trying to bring down, I guess, alcohol as like the main, I guess, chill thing, I guess, to like go to. The first thing that you're gonna go to after work is a drink of beer, cold beer, and people are less and less more likely to do that because they're smoking instead. And I feel like in its entirety, you're coming home from work or coming home from a big day or doing something, you're out doing something with your family maybe, or you're at an event. Yep. I feel like it is way more better and healthier to smoke maybe 1 or 2 cones a day than it is to drink every night coming home from work. And I feel like over time, yes, you will be doing damage to your lungs, but who doesn't damage their lungs every day? If you think about it right now, in this world, in this world,
Just breathing outside. The air's already fucking.
I had
full
a
of smog and
conversation.
shit anyway.
Yeah, I had a conversation with one of our other friends the other day about microplastics,
Oh.
and I said that the average human being probably ingests 5 tablespoons of microplastics a year.
Mm-hmm.
I was very fucking wrong about that. Very wrong.
How much is it?
So, I'm pretty sure each year the average human consumes about 200 and something tablespoons.
Tablespoons?
Yeah, tablespoons
Okay,
of
wait,
microplastics.
That is an insane amount.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll get it up now.
That is insane. Wait, 200 tablespoons. Because you think of like teaspoons. Teaspoons are like smaller, and I can kind of understand 200 teaspoons because like it would add up, obviously.
Yeah, over time.
But like tablespoons, like imagine a tablespoon of sugar. You think?
Oh
like,
wait, no, that's okay. Maybe I was a bit wrong. Maybe not. Wait, how much did I say?
I said 200 tablespoons.
Okay, maybe that was wrong. Maybe not 200 tablespoons. That's some misinformation, chat. But per year or per week, actually.
Oh, 13
13 tablespoons per year,
Wait, is that
and about
okay.
0.25 tablespoons per week. So essentially, our
200.
ancestors and our people, and the people that are living above us, the
Asbestos
older
people, the asbestos
generations that are still here and putting in laws and stuff, essentially have thought, oh, how can we get rid of all this plastic? Let's open up dumps. Let's open up, let's start giving plastic, recyclable plastic, and putting it in food scraps for animals. So that's what they started doing. That's how microplastics are so prevalent in food as well, is because as well as being in their environment already, the food that they are given sometimes is basically mushed in with microplastics to eat, right? So for some reason, these people are like fucking stupid and think that giving someone the food of microplastics is not going to taint their meat, essentially. So they be feeding animals meat that is contaminated with microplastics, like I said, and then we end up consuming those animals that are contained with microplastics,
So how does
and
this
it
link
goes down the line, essentially.
How does this link back with you in the conversation you had with your friend?
Because he was surprised that that was the actual amount.
Yeah, I was surprised you said 200 too. I was like,
But-
whoa.
Okay, 200 was crazy, but no,
Did you say 200 to him?
Yeah, no, I said no. I was 13 because
Okay,
I think
cool.
I think yeah, because I think
Oh my
yeah
God.
5. I think I said 5 to begin with because that's what I kind of thought, like probably 5 tablespoons average,
Yeah.
right? Then when I saw 13, I shit myself. I'm like, are you fucking
Yeah.
serious? 13 tablespoons a year.
Yeah.
And that's-
30 tablespoons is kind of fucked. I mean, like, that's a fuckload amount because I cannot imagine having 13 tablespoons of like honey. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
30 full tablespoons of honey compared to
Yeah.
now compare that to 13 tablespoons of
Tablespoons.
microplastic.
It's basically every
Well, just dust basically. at that
every
point,
month you consume technically on a technical level every month you consume
look this up before?
about like 1.1 tablespoons of
A month. Yeah,
yeah,
true.
because if there's 13 you consume 13 tablespoons a month.
Yeah,
It's like
you'd be
13,
having quite like at
like
least a tablespoon a
1.2.
month.
Which is fucked. Like we as a society, like in the world that we live in at the moment, we've kind of come to a point where the people that are doing all these like influential things to like people's daily lives, putting microplastics in people's foods, knowing about like the de-evolution effects of it.
De-evolution.
The de-evolution effects of it, essentially. Well, actually, I'm so high right now, bro. But the de-evolution factors of like putting microplastics and like, I guess like harmful chemicals in people's food, isn't that just like saying something about like how these people are treating us and like what they would do if we were like, and it literally just comes down to how these people see just people in general. Like, there's a lot of people that own companies and that own like places that are supposed to be helping people, but they get to a point where they have so much money that they only really think about the people as like numbers. Either whether that be just numbers for clientele numbers or numbers in monetary numbers. like at the end of the day, the world is so rooted in like money and like monetary stuff that like people are inherently out there to, I guess, just gain.
Yeah, people are going to be very greedy, and people are going to be as shitty as possible. It's of course going to hurt the planet. It's also going to hurt people. But I feel like it's kind of like, what can we do to change that? Our generation, we're kind of fucked. We're kind of fucked. At
We
this
just
point,
we
it's
just start
over for
smoking.
us.
There's no microplastics on weed.
Depending on what
Okay,
you're smoking.
I'm
Depending on what you're
hoping.
smoking. Yeah, bro.
But like, I mean, like, shit.
Smoking a cone, you see a big fucking
massive
chunk
piece
of
of plastic.
plastic.
Yeah, let's pull that out.
What the fuck is that?
We just like smoke it anyway. Like, damn, fuck it. I'm
Oh,
consuming so much, I might
Must
as
be
well.
weed wax. Must be weed wax.
You think it's like for?
Fucking just
You
melts
think it's
in,
like a
it's
dab? You're like, oh shit!
Yeah.
Hell yeah! The fuck added a dab.
Oh,
in
it
there?
tastes really weird.
Woo! Just like hit the cone, you end up like choking on fucking microplastic. But that's just like,
That's
Yeah.
smoke. That's your smoke giving out.
and then I feel like that's just like, if it's in meat products, what else are they trying to hide it into? Like, are they putting it in wheat products too?
Bro, did you know,
Like-
okay, this is going to be like kind of like an off-tangent type of thing, but in terms of like the things that you ingest every single day that you don't even realize, like
yeah.
apparently
It's horrible.
every single time you breathe, there's at least 1 to 2 mushroom spores that you breathe in every single time you breathe, ever, in any room or anything, apparently. Because apparently mushrooms, they shoot out trillions of spores into the air that you can't see. Like trillions.
So I gotta ask the question then. I gotta beg the question.
Yeah.
If that's the case,
Yeah.
realistically, if we had a viral infection that was spawned from fungus,
Like The Last of Us.
like The Last of Us, yes,
Yeah.
like that's kind of where I'm going with this.
Mhm.
Would we be able to survive that? If that is the case,
I mean,
because if it's
it depends.
that,
If it's that spreadable, like if
Yeah.
you breathe in 1 of the trillion, yeah, we're fucked instantly.
yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
in terms of like the country and the people that spread, I mean, you'll probably be landlocked. If it's in Australia, you'll be landlocked.
Yeah, they'll probably-
This-
yeah, 100%
This whole
landlocked,
country
yeah.
will just be a country that no one ever
locked up.
visits.
I feel like but
That'd be
that's the
scary.
case with the whole world. But I feel like once one was like, and we've kind of had first-hand experience with this type of stuff as a species so far,
COVID?
where we've been able to kind of measure that now.
Yeah.
We are kind of in a like, it's like hindsight Harold. We are basically
Hindsight,
able to
Harold.
look back and think,
Who's that?
how would it be if we were in a life or death situation with a kind of basically like a Black Plague 2.0. If that was to happen, we would be fucked because COVID basically was kind of like that without like as much death, right? So what I'm trying to think of and like what I'm trying to say is that if we had something that was killing people that fast and was able to spread that quickly, I don't think we'd be able to even control it at all.
I
The
feel
world
like-
would
I
be
feel like we
infested straight away.
absolutely could, I think, because
There'd be
even,
people-
even with
yeah.
COVID, the only reason that COVID
I
got
never
too...
got COVID until afterwards.
I got COVID. I got COVID twice,
I
actually.
think I got COVID until afterwards.
I got
Twice.
COVID twice. I got COVID the first time. The first time I had COVID, okay, this is kind of like a little other mini tangent in the mini tangent.
Yeah.
I had COVID like the first time. I was like sort of like, oh man, this sucks. And I got over it.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks. Yeah.
It's
Took it like a champ. And then
it's
fucking,
not too bad. It's just like a glorified cold, to be honest.
that's what was that what it was like for you? Because the second time it was different. The second time for me, I lost my entire sense of smell and taste for an entire like 2 weeks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, for 2 weeks. I remember
Holy.
I would have a can of Coke and I would drink it and I'd be like, this just tastes like.
Doesn't taste. Oh my god.
I would have like everything that I would have would just be like crunchy or spicy because like when you lose your sense of taste, you can still feel spice. Spice is a capsaicin thing. It's not a flavor thing. So it's really cool.
Instead, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, because when I got COVID, I basically got like a glorified cold.
really,
Yeah.
damn. I feel like it's I mean, again, it's only supposed to kill like really, really old people, which is fine. Like,
It
okay,
sucks.
it's not fine.
It sucks.
But I mean, as in terms of like,
Because because they're the most vulnerable.
Yeah,
Them
they're the
and,
most
like,
vulnerable. It
children
makes
as
sense.
well.
What I'm trying to say. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to say it's fine to kill old people. Whoops.
Euthanize the elderly.
Yeah.
No, but like I don't know. I think where I'm trying to get with this is just that, like, yeah, if we were in a kind of situation where, especially like you said, if we are ingesting like almost 1 to 3 trillion spores every time
Yeah. Oh no, we're not ingesting
Or like 1 to
1 to 2.
2.
1 to 2 only.
out of the like trillion
out of the
spores,
trillion,
which is
so
insane.
every single time you go,
Yeah, and-
that's like us inhaling a bunch.
And think about like how often you're inhaling and
Yeah.
exhaling
Yeah,
per
throughout.
minute.
Yeah, and then imagine then working in a warehouse like I do. The
Yeah.
amount of fucking like dust I inhale is probably
Yeah, go
fucked.
to dust too.
I'm probably
right?
like my lungs are probably like
like smog,
brown.
which is fucked. Like
Yeah.
there's parts in
It's
the
not good.
world that Like I saw a video the other day of this guy in I think it was Bangladesh, and they have really bad smog there, like real bad. Like their environment is being affected by the factories they have there. Their air pollution is horrible because they have no regulations around it. Their country, literally, their government doesn't have regulations around certain things. So when a factory is built, they can build it however the fuck they want. So they don't have to pay for air filtration services. They don't have to pay for any of the pollution services that people do here because their government doesn't require that. So they can just do whatever they want. So their country is basically just polluting themselves.
Is that greed of the like? Why does that benefit the government? Like, why wouldn't taxing them more money wouldn't that not only help the government but also make less pollution? Isn't that like a double good thing? And why would they do that? Do you think? I don't know. I'm not saying you have to.
I think it's more so because they don't do it. They don't contribute to it, so they don't care.
But they do, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, like, in the grand scheme of things, yes. But, like, them themselves, like, if they have a business
in the government or they're in the government themselves, they obviously don't really have a business that's polluting the world.
So I think it's literally just a lack of care.
It's just a lack of care. Literally,
that's crazy.
Because most of the people that have to live in those, like, places, they really want change. There's places in those, like, areas where, unfortunately, it's just become so normal where people just litter off bridges. Like lakes, there used to be a lake underneath one of the bridges that the guy was showing in the video, just full of trash. And their sewage system is connected to a river, their local river, and the consequences of that, especially, is shitting near a water source or doing anything that, like human excrement or even like pissing next to water sources, like. It contains not only that water source, but every water source around it.
It contaminates, yeah. It's
which
bad.
is horrible.
I mean, that's okay. You know what this podcast feels like? It feels like every single time we have a conversation, I want to be like, so what do you think of this then? And then it just delves deeper.
And it just goes into something else.
Hold on. Stay with me for a second. What were we talking about before COVID?
We were talking about the Last of Us spore.
The Last of Us spores, yeah, and they came from microplastics. See what I mean? Like, it's literally the layers of hell in this episode.
I think the overarching topic we're talking about is
the spread of everything.
Just everything,
how much everything's contaminated.
The secrecies of
your physical body.
We're doing,
the physical body is contaminated. People are contaminating the earth. Everything that we touch, including it contaminates our brain.
Everything's
you know what I mean? It's all it's
I
kind
feel
of
like
fucked.
the world. A lot of people think in black and white, and I feel like that's what a lot of people do anyway, because they just they can only really perceive of what they're perceiving at the time. So if you don't really kind of think about that stuff, you're not really going to be thinking about it all the time.
So real.
And when you do think about it, it does kind of also put you in like a point of existential dread, because you kind of do think about it a lot more.
Yeah, and I feel like this is the good thing about us smoking and having this conversation too. Like, I feel like when we have these sort of conversations, it comes from a place of like, this is really actually something that's been on our mind for a long time. I feel like it is kind of fucked up that everything in this world is kind of contaminated, and all of a sudden our generation is the one that's like whatever.
Because we're being told, like, nothing's tampered with, nothing's contaminated. But if you really look into it and do the research and kind of look into, I mean, like, most people don't really know about microplastics. People know about them, obviously, but they don't know the actual effects and, I guess, the detriment that it has on day-to-day society and people that consume meat, especially. Because it's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate byproduct of, I guess, how far we've come as a society, that we've created this, I guess, recyclable product, essentially, that has basically plagued the world. Like plastic water bottles, basically like this one. I mean, people use these all the time. And like, after this, I'm either going to throw it out or take it for 10 cents.
But at the same time, you also need to keep in mind that every single time that you buy a water bottle and you drink from it, you're probably drinking microplastics.
Yeah,
and this is the thing, of course, drinking from a tap is nowhere near, again, it's filtered, it's fine, but in terms of from a natural source, still a tap is very dirty, right?
Yeah,
it has to go through some pipes that may be a bit rusty sometimes.
And the government puts stuff in tap water too.
Yeah, I know. But the thing about that, what I mean is, I drink a lot of tap water, so I don't get my water sources from plastic. So my intake of plastic is probably very little. I only eat on glass plates. I only have glass cups.
Yeah.
And see, I'm also a victim of plastic, because microplastics are so integrated into everything that we do that when I do
unavoidable.
meal prep, for example,
Yeah, you
when I
put it
do
in a
meal prep,
plastic
I
container.
put it in a plastic container.
Oh.
I just don't microwave it in the plastic. I just eat it how it is because I'm a fucking Chad.
I microwave my food in containers like that.
Yeah.
I
Do you leave the lid on, or do you leave the lid on the side?
leave a lid on the side, but
Okay, cool.
this is the issue because my okay, when I have food, right?
Yeah.
Because the way my house is like when we put stuff in the microwave, we put it with the cling film on,
Yeah.
right? So it doesn't splatter
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Right?
That makes sense.
But sometimes I leave it in for a bit too long, but it doesn't cook properly,
Yeah.
and then the cling film starts
Yeah, it starts like
degrading.
sucking into it. Yeah.
Yes. And every time that happens, I'm like, I'm dying. Look how much fucking microplastics I just fucking put. I just melted that shit onto the food. It's like cheese. Like,
Yeah, that's bad. It's really bad.
It's fucking horrible. And like, fuck, what else? Like, I mean, there is other options. I mean, you can get like food coverings for the microwave, but it's got to be fucking plastic.
Yeah.
Like, unless you get like a very expensive glass one, which I mean, like at the end of the day, fuck, are you gonna remember to do that every time you put something in the microwave? Not
Nah,
really.
fuck no. Fuck
Like,
no.
it's just
Absolutely
easy to have
not.
the cling wrap on. And that's, I think, that's also the problem with it as well, is it's just the accessibility of plastic
Mm.
and the way that we've made plastic so accessible to people also makes it way harder to stop using it.
Mm.
Because everything is plastic. Literally everything. Like, I'm holding a plastic stand right now.
True, it's fucked.
Like, and it's like, you know, how much then of the plastic that we can't see is getting rubbed off onto our skin that we can't see.
Mm.
On like a microscopic level.
True. Fuck. It's just really bad. It's just really bad. But I feel like, so why, like, I mean, it just really annoys me because it's like we can replace things, but people are also still stubborn. Like, for example, straws. People go
straws.
fucking ballistic over the fact
Yeah,
that
even-
paper straws exist.
Even like silly straws.
Yeah.
Like, it's like such a fad. People like taking them and like grab them.
I
And
just
it's-
think it's weird.
I don't know. Like we had this whole thing like a couple of years back, and that's why I don't know why I don't want to sit there and blame COVID for it, but it was also a byproduct of why it did happen. But the normalization of paper products instead of plastic.
Yeah.
That was also like I feel like a big rush from like the whole like 2019 to 2020 kind of thing with like the turtles, like we need to save the turtles, especially.
Yeah. A bunch
like,
of like
giving,
guilt shit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was also kind of just like giving insight into how horrible us as a human species have like
Oh yeah, we're bad.
done to the environment.
We're like top 3 worst species of all
like,
time.
yeah, we're actively killing
like
our
of
planet.
all time.
I feel like if aliens came down to see us, they would think that we're
They'd be
dumb.
like, you guys are fucking
They
stupid.
would think we're dumb. Not only that, first of all, because we have to fucking pay taxes and we're in a governmental society. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Why aren't you like doing crazy shit with each other?
Yeah, why aren't you helping each other,
Yeah,
guys?
like, why aren't you like building each other up and like you're making like why are you forcing these people to work for fucking minimum wage? Like the aliens will come down and probably be like so confused. But no, it's like I feel like we outside looking in our society, like across the board, especially Western society. It's not all the same for every society, but Western society is more like kind of in that way,
Yeah.
where we are kind of depressed because of how much we know.
Yeah, it's gone shit. I feel like it sucks because we've gotten more depressed because of how much we know, but at the same time, come to this point in time where everything is easy.
Yeah,
I don't have to worry about going and hunting an animal outside to go get my food.
Like we no longer have like take for instance, probably like thousands of years ago, our ancestors every day had to get up and check their crops.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
That's another thing that we do. We get up, brush our teeth, take a shit, and fucking do whatever we need to do for the day.
Beat my shit.
Oh, like that's
Go
what I'm
work.
saying. Like that, our ancestors didn't
Have a cone.
Our ancestors didn't have porn or weed or a bong.
They probably had that. They probably had porn. I mean, ancestors, like, what? When you say ancestors, you saying like 1,000 years ago?
I'm
You saying
talking
like,
like yeah, like way back.
oh, way back?
Yeah, yeah.
Or caves you're in?
Okay, yeah, you know, they got the titties up there.
Cave painting.
Oh, yes, titties.
What do you think they probably? Bro, that's caveman discovering porn. Wow.
Bro,
Like,
I'd
awesome.
love to go back to the Victorian times with a bag of hot Cheetos and some porn and a bong, and just to give it to like a Victorian kid.
Abraham Lincoln.
Because like
Have this
low-key,
bong and Cheetos.
like if I go to like a
probably
little
not
minor, like a little like not like okay, like a kid's minor, but like a minor child, like a kid that is like mining for a profession.
Oh yes.
Right. This kid's got black lung. He's dying.
Like a
already.
mining miner.
Yeah, like this guy is playing Minecraft in real life. He went for the mines. He's like
IRL
Steve.
Minecraft. Yeah.
Right? I go up to this guy, a little kid, and I'm like, yo, take this bong, have a hit of this. This guy's already got shit lungs to begin with, so this guy's gonna get fucking high as shit. And then he's geeked out the wazoo. And then I'm like, take these hot Cheetos, and I start saying 6-7 brain rot with him. And then he would be like, what the fuck?
6-7. That's actually the worst.
Dreaming. He would, that
would mentally break us. Victorian
yeah,
child.
but imagine he's like going around like, the day after, he wakes up, he's like, I had the craziest dream, and no one believes him.
Yeah.
And then like he goes
what you should do?
town.
Right before he like geeks out, be like, I am God, I am God,
They,
I
like,
am
jump
God.
around him, I am God.
Yeah, and then run away. Little kid's like, I actually met God. He made me feel shit.
Put like acid in the weed and lace it. Ah! He's like fucking spinning out, like geek the fuck up.
Look like a fucking jump scare. World's first jump scare. That's so good.
Oh, that'll be so. Oh, that'll actually be funny as fuck.
A Victorian child, that's actually.
It'd be funny to actually be like, you know what would be actually so cool to do? If we invented time travel, which it's literally never been done, by the way, because if it was, we could someone would have been.
I mean, okay. Before you think about that, I believe that we are like, in terms of timeline, I think we're like a web, right? Where it's like if I go and eat popcorn or don't eat popcorn, that part where I eat popcorn could lead to something completely different. Where if I don't eat popcorn, so it spreads out like a web, right?
Yeah.
I feel like
it's like content.
I feel like what we are in right now is just the web of someone specific.
Yeah, I mean that
could be
also,
some like a little Asian girl.
But that also like have you heard of like quantum relativity and like quantum like?
Okay, we got to go back to what we thought about cunt.
Yeah, because like that also goes along the same lines, because it's like
we can't get too far.
The web thing. It's like the old saying is like the cat in the box, right? Like if you're in a cat in the box and there's a bomb in the box of the cat, right? You don't know what happens to that cat until you lift the box.
Yeah, the cat could be,
The cat could be alive, or it could be dead with the bomb.
You don't know.
The bomb could have blown up.
Yeah.
So the whole web thing is like, you choose your destiny kind of thing. Like, you chose to eat those chips.
Like, fate has already determined a way. Or like you know what?
Because you could have chosen not to eat those chips, and then something else could have happened that day.
But the fated path is the one that you chose. So, I mean, like, is fate just following the cobweb?
I guess so, but then that's the thing with the cobweb thing as well. It was like the quantum relativity thing, like I just said before, like quantum like mechanics and stuff. Is like people think that it happens multiple times over like different like universes. Like we are living in like a multiverse, right, kind of thing. And the quantum universes that we live in, if whatever decision we don't choose, the other universes choose.
Okay.
So if we decide
maybe universes out there that are just living in different timelines instead of actual like realities. So it's not like we're in the same reality; we're just different timelines.
Yeah, and like. But
this is the thing. This is where like time and space now coming together, right? So if time has different timelines, where does that fit in a space? Because it has to. Like, isn't that like the same shit where it's like time and space are like warped together?
Yeah, and that's the thing with the whole time and space thing is we can't reverse time because that means we would have to figuratively make space go all the way back in time, which is impossible. You have to, you basically have to bend space, and that doesn't just include Earth. That includes every planet in the world.
I think if you give me a bit of salvia, I bet I could crack that shit. 100%.
We need plutonium, and we need a bunch of motherfucking wires now.
We need femboys with shaved feet. We need a lot of different things.
As the pilots.
As the pilots. Oh God.
But that then just goes back to like what we were saying. Like that's the overarching thing of, I guess, just like human. Like humanity,
okay. Now we're gonna go back to what I said before. Ready? When I asked you before what we said before COVID, what did we say before the hell part? Before we started talking about like.
Before we started talking about this.
Yeah.
We led into this conversation.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about.
You got it.
What were we talking about, bro? Holy shit!
Oh my God.
Oh fuck! No, but we were talking about.
We're talking about the cobwebs of time.
What the fuck were we talking about before that? Because that led into something. That was trying to explain that. It was time travel is impossible.
Yeah, but why did that come from? Where did that come from?
That's just like a thought that I had in my mind. Because.
But then what were we talking about before that? How did that randomly just appear?
Our ancestors.
Ancestors.
The reason why I think that time travel has not happened yet, and the reason why time travel doesn't exist, is because if it did exist, why hasn't anyone gone back in time with our technology and just given it to like people in the 1800s?
Well, do you think it's more like you know what? A best example.
But
No, I think the reason to why.
work,
No, I actually get this. I get this. But listen to this, right? If you had a time machine right now,
Yeah.
Who would you go back in time to kill right now? Just say a name.
If I went back in time to kill anyone.
Yeah.
If I went to go back in time.
Let's just say like Hitler, right?
Maybe like Hitler, maybe even like Stalin. I feel like I'd kill Mao Zedong.
Yeah.
Just to piss off China. Just to piss off China.
No, China is a sick country. Everything's made in China, bro. Everything you're touching right now is made in China.
Actually,
They're sick
wait.
cunts.
If I did kill Mao Zedong, we wouldn't have cheap shit now. I take that back. I would probably kill.
But this is the thing. When you think about
Pol Pot needs to die.
Pol Pot, this is when you think of all these people going, like when you go back in time and use time travel to kill those people, right?
Right.
Think about this, right? What's that guy's name? Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Back in the day, died, and apparently he died, and then he was buried, and then people who took his body ran away, and then they got killed by another army. So then where he died was like not known anywhere, right?
Because it was like a battlefield.
Do you think someone who could go back in time in like the 13th century when that basically happened would go back in time and kill that guy because he took over with Mongolia? Probably. But in modern day era, you wouldn't go back in time to do that. So what if like Hitler killing himself, someone already did go back in time and kill Hitler?
Yeah, well, what if time is like, okay, because there's like, obviously time is relative to like what you're perceiving at the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like all the like issues that we face today, like people like 30 years ago might have not even thought about that stuff, right? So like it's all about perception, right? So if someone's like, I guess, like perceived as bad now, were they really perceived as bad back then?
If Mongolia took over almost like all of like
I feel like,
by
Mongolian people probably thought they were fucking crazy. But like the Chinese that were like getting attacked by the Mongolians were probably scared as fuck of the Mongolians. And that's like the perspective that I'm trying to get at. It's like not everyone's going to be thinking the same thing and wanting
the
true.
If you're a Chinese person, you're probably like, I'm gonna go back to 14 and fuck that fucking.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go kill. Like I'm gonna like make sure Genghis Khan doesn't take everything. Yeah, we'd have to build the Great Wall of China. Like imagine like we could have a history where the Great Wall of China never existed because someone went back in time, killed Genghis Khan, and never had to defend against the Mongolians.
Goodbye wall. Now, what would be the longest wall? What, my backyard?
Yeah, the fence out the back.
Just like Guinness World Records, get some guy to like improve. Yeah, like come on, come.
Yeah, that's 5
That's
meters.
about 6 inches tall.
It's a 5 meter fence. It's pretty good. I mean, longest
If
in
you girth
Australia.
it, the pickets are about 6 inches, mate. That's fucking beautiful.
You're a beauty.
So all right, thanks, man. I didn't know I had anything that good, man. Like shit,
Yeah.
give me my fucking shit now. Give me my fucking put me in the
shit.
book.
How long have we been going for? I can't read. My eyesight.
We have been going for an hour and 40 minutes.
You want to stop here?
I reckon we should stop. Yeah.
I think we're going to stop here. All right. There's not really much we can really say to the end. I can't really say anything specifically.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to call out? Go follow us on everything. Follow us on everything. If you want to be part of us, follow us on everything. Follow me. Literally follow me at all times.
Yeah. We have.
And follow him at all times too.
Instagram. We have a Twitter and yeah. Well,
We got
obviously, we've got a Spotify as well. It's
We're
all
going to
gonna
be posting a bunch of clips and shit.
All going to
We're
be
gonna
put in the
put it
descriptions as well. With the beacons down below. So if you just see that, click on that. It'll take you to everything. If you guys like this video or this podcast,
wow. Look how professional we get after
our first podcast.
Wow.
Episode.
Yeah. We're geeking out.
We'll be back next week for another one. So
100%.
If you guys like this video, make sure to drop a like and let us know any suggestions of what you guys want us to talk about in the next episode.
Also, on top of that, tell us what we can do to fix a bunch of issues.
Yeah.
Like if you guys can't fucking hear me one part, or you're annoyed at one part, just be like, shut up, bro.
Drop below.
Or if you don't like my voice, tell me to kill myself. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll do it.
Start Twitter beef about how shit our setup is.
Yeah.
Online. Be like, this guy suck.
Yeah, or be like, this guy doesn't support Hassan Piker. Can we kill him?
Yeah, can we just like bomb his fucking country?
Alright.
You just go into like the fucking craziest shit now.
Yeah, fuck you, Hassan Piker.